gonna die off my chopper gunner again. That's pretty much what I run, bro. Important. Fucking hell, what is going on? Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another YouTube video, and today we're going to be doing a featured class guides, episode 7. We're going to be talking about none other than the AUG, or what I like to call it, the AUG, which is the I'd say a very underrated SMG that doesn't get spoken about a whole lot much in multiplayer. However, after messing around with some attachments and builds and stuff, I found a build that works really well for me. And if you're an aggressive player, if you're someone who plays very aggressively on objective-based game modes, and you're someone who likes to, you know, sort of go for flanking, spawn camping, SMG route with a quick, snappy gun with decent round side of mags and very kind of like snappy reactions, then you'll love this AUG class that we're going to be building and bringing to you guys today. Before we even get into today's recording, I want to obviously show you the apparent changes. You can see the new camera that's set up with the new lighting system and the new microphone settings as well, so it will sound and look a whole lot different today than what you've seen on my other YouTube videos. And I hope you guys like the changes. I hope you like the blurriness in the background and just how clear and how concise the quality should be on all YouTube videos and all content coming from now on. At the time of this recording, we were just about to hit 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. We absolutely blitzed past 2K, onto 3K, and hopefully eventually onto 4 and then 5K and onwards from there as well. So if you are supporting the channel, if you have been enjoying the content, thank you so much. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. That really means a lot to me. Make sure to like, comment on videos, tell your friends, etc, etc. If you do like the videos that much, it's truly appreciated. First and foremost, before we even get into it, we're going to be speaking about the camo. The camo is called Run It Back, which is the blueprint. All right, you can get this blueprint in the Trick Shot bundle in the store. If you go to the Call of Duty store itself, it is called Trick Shot. All right, that's where you can find this camo, which is really nice, very unique. It's kind of got that like FaZe Clan feeling to it. FaZe up, by the way. And yeah, I love it. I like it even more than Damascus. I like it even more than Obsidian. And this is the camo that I always run in game. It looks really clean in game as well. So running into the attachments and why I use what I use. I built this gun a little bit differently than most SMGs. I'm going to give you guys a full explanation of why we choose to do what we do. So with the muzzle, we run monolithic suppressor for sound suppression and damage range. This is an obvious choice at this point. You guys see monolithic suppressor appear in pretty much every video. It's just that good, guys, honestly. For the sound suppression you get for your gun to make it pretty much sound like a silencer, and for the damage range it gives you as well, it pretty much is your one and only standing piece of equipment or attachment that you need to make your gun be effective at medium to long range whilst keeping it into SMG format. Monolithic suppressor is amazing, and I recommend it on almost all guns. For the stock, we run the Forge TAC CQB comb, which gives you aim down sight speed. It may not seem like much, but out of all the stock, it's definitely the best choice. And out of all the spare attachments that I had to work with as well, it's definitely the spare choice. For the barrels, we had different options to go with. However, I don't feel like any of these barrels are really going to work with the build that I want to do. You could potentially go with the 407 lightweight to go with extra damage range and bullet velocity, but I would rather go with extra ADS for the build that I'm going because of how snappy and how aggressive I play. And when you guys see the clips throughout this video, you'll see exactly why we choose to go with the comb over a different barrel for the aim down sight speed and how effective it is in game. For the rear grip, standard choice, stippled grip tape gives you aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. This has been very much a standard pickup in pretty much all of my SMG videos and pretty much all of my featured class guides videos, and you only lose a little bit of aim stability for it, so it's definitely worth it. Stippled grip is fantastic and pretty much sentimental on, you know, SMGs and fast-paced gameplay. With a TAC laser and the ammunition, we kind of pair these together. So I tested the 32 round mags and I tested the 30 round mags, and when you play like super aggressive, having only 30 round mags is very dangerous. Let's say, you know, you could be in the middle of a gunfight, and if you're looking to, you know, get 3 pieces, 4 pieces, etc, etc, these ain't gonna do it. You'll probably get 1 or 2 kills, and by then you'll have to reload or change to a secondary and you'll end up dying. So I wanted to test out the 60 round mags. Now this also gives you damage and range, so putting this together with the monolithic suppressor gives you all that extra damage and range you need. This is exactly why I do not run a barrel, because all these barrels give you extra damage, range, bullet velocity, etc, etc, but you're getting that from the 60 round mags as well as the monolithic, and that's more than enough for an SMG class. All right, so this gives you the 60 round drum mags, and you get an extra damage range and obviously 60 rounds of ammunition per clip as well. You know, you're losing a lot in terms of recoil control, aim down sight speed, movement speed. You guys may be thinking, you know, that's really bad for somebody who wants to use this as an effective and, you know, fast-paced SMG class, and that's exactly why we use the TAC laser. All right, even though this may not give you exactly the same stats that you're losing, The TAT laser definitely helps to build it up for extra ADS, giving you the stability you need, and when you're aiming down as well, it gives you that steadiness as well, okay? So pairing up the 60 round mags with the TAT laser gives you some sort of nice middle ground and gives you the 60 round, you know, ammunition mags that you need for them long-term engagements when you've got 4 or 5 players in front of you, and you can absolutely end up slaying like the whole team out. So for final thing, we use monolithic suppressor, TAT laser, forge tack CQB comb, stipple grip take, and finally finish it up with a 60 round drum mags. Okay, we pair that up with the Renetti on the guard one build. I'm still yet to do a Renetti build. I'll probably make that my next video because a lot of people keep asking me about this. So next video will probably be a Renetti one, so be patient for that one. That one's coming soon. But just to give you the brief kind of run on what I use for this, it's the MK Burst mod, which gives it kind of like the 3-bullet spray pattern. I've got the TAT laser, the XRK speed grip, 27 round mags, and the lightweight trigger action as well. And we pair that up with the perks of Quick Fix, which you see in all my videos. Same with Point Man, same with Tune Up. Just to give you kind of a brief overrun or, you know, overview of what these perks do, if you guys haven't seen them already in previous videos, is that Quick Fix is pretty much a stim on kill. Every time you get a kill, it gives you your health back instantly. It regenerates quickly. It got buffed a few months ago, and the regeneration is pretty much instant. So between kills, you're getting constant stims. You don't have to run stims if you don't like to. I personally prefer to run smokes, especially for fast-paced objective gameplay, let's say. Quick Fix comes absolutely in clutch for that. Point Man as perk 2, which is a massively underrated perk. Still nowhere near enough people know about this perk. And it changes your kill streaks into score streaks. And what I mean by that is if you're somebody who plays for objective and for kills, similar to me, you'll get your kill streaks a lot quicker. So let's say a VTOL, for example, you don't even need to get 8 kills to get the VTOL. You can get 4 kills and 2 flag caps, for example, and it will give you what you would get for 8 kills for a VTOL anyway. All right, so you're getting like extra points for capping flags, you're getting extra points for sitting in hard point, for getting assists, etc. It's based on score rather than kills. All right, so that score all adds up towards your kill streaks that you would normally have to get kills to get. Point Man is absolutely goated. If you haven't tried it before, give it a go. It also got buffed in the last couple of months. Okay, and then finally my favorite perk in the game, which is Tune Up, which reduces the charge field time by 40%. It's absolutely fantastic. If you're like me and you run Dead Silence, you're running what they call trophy systems to protect your team. So I run the Pro, and what that does is allows me to run 2 at a time. So if I was to quickly show you for field upgrades, on this right hand side, it's just covered up by the camera, you can slightly see it here. It's the Pro, where I can run 2 different field upgrades at the same time. I go between Dead Silence and the trophy system as well. So if I need to, you know, catch up to enemies, or I need to get behind some campers or flush some people out, Dead Silence is fantastic for that. And if I need to hold the objective, if I need to hold the point where I'm at, or if, you know, enemies using a lot of like C4s, rocket launchers, etc. to try and flush me out, then trophy system comes in clutch there for objective plays. Okay, and that's why Tune Up comes in clutch so much, is it gives you that 40% reduction between charges. Okay, so you're gonna get that field upgrade 40% quicker between every single charge. I can't tell you how important it is. Tune Up, probably the best perk in the game for aggressive multiplayer players. Okay, then we pair that up with the C4. As you've seen in previous videos, C4 is just way too good right now. You cannot not use it. Learn to quick detonate. If you want to know how to quick detonate, you have to double tap the use button as you throw it. So I throw my C4 with my middle mouse button, double tap F, and that fast detonates. If you're on PlayStation, I believe it's square, although I'm not entirely sure, don't quote me on that. And then if you're on Xbox, I believe it's X. Right, it's the button that you pick up to like use and do stuff. You have to double tap that and it will make it fast explode. Okay, C4 is way too clutch to not use it. And then finally, smoke grenades as well are absolutely fantastic. They cover so much of a large area, make it so hard for enemies to kill you through different choke points, you know, jumping onto objectives, etc, etc. Smokes are absolutely amazing. So that's the full org build. We're going to load it up into a custom game so you guys can see some spray patterns, some ADS stuff, and you can see how generally snappy and responsive the gun is. All right, I'll be back with you once we load into the game. Right guys, welcome back to the video. We're in the custom game right now, so I can show you guys some spraying patterns in terms of how the gun looks like when you don't aim in, and to what the gun is like when you do aim in. So going into like a typical range of what you would get into a game if you were going to spray at somebody from a non-hip fire perspective, you can see without moving the mouse, the vertical recoil on the gun. All right, very, very, very minimal, very responsive, very good. And that's without the 5MW laser as well. That's with just the gun itself and using the TAT laser, okay? So as you can see, hip fire, absolutely amazing, very responsive on that. And if you've got an enemy directly in front of you, you don't have to worry too much about having the 5MW laser because it won't recoil too much. Okay, let's say we go from a little bit of a further direction away from the crane and we use the aim down sight for the spraying patterns. We can see exactly without moving the mouse. what the vertical recoil patterns are like, okay? So that is quite high, especially compared to some of the other guns that we've looked at. So if you think that that's not enough, or if you think that that's maybe potentially too much for you in regards to vertical recoil, you can run a Merc foregrip to try and hold it down a little bit better. Feel free to swap something out if that doesn't work for you. I personally have not had a problem with the recoil of the gun in game, and I say that in my videos as well. I really try not to run a foregrip if not necessary, but that's completely up to you guys if you don't like it, or if you feel like that's just too much for you. But for me personally, if you can just keep your aim together and just keep it controlled, you can keep it, you know, generally in the same place at most times. But that, again, that depends on your situations, depends on how comfortable you are with your aiming, and just depends on how comfortable you are as a player in general on Call of Duty. So we're going to make some runs around the map just so you guys can see the responsiveness. This is definitely one of my most responsive guns in the game, I would say, for what I've built so far. Sprint to fire speed, whether you're jumping, whether you're sliding, whether you're, you know, moving around corners, etc, etc, depending on whatever you need, this gun is super responsive. And as you can see from the clips, this thing just, you know, snaps on people so quickly, and with the TAC laser makes it easier to be able to pick people off as well. You know, you've got C4s to deal with people in windows. You know, you can throw down smoke grenades where it can cover. Look at the area that covers. That's covered that whole area right here just from a smoke grenade. So if you need people, you need teammates to go and, you know, flush through different objectives, smoke grenades are so good for that kind of thing. Movement speed's still very quick. You've got your Renetti in case you need it as well. Obviously, the 3 burst mod makes it really effective and can, even after the nerf, make it an absolute slaying machine. It's really, really, really good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed the explanation and the reasons to why I use what I do with the AUG in terms of its attachments and whatnot, in terms of its perks and what I pair it with. If again you find that the recoil patterns, or you know, you tried using it in game and the recoil is too much for you, or you've had different ideas and different suggestions on what you think may be good with the gun, feel free to post them down in the comments. I'm not saying this is a perfect build, but this is a build that I've found really, really fun to use and very aggressive for multiplayer and fast-paced action. Thank you so much for checking these videos out, for taking the time to watching these videos. Once again, if you haven't already, feel free to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, you know, share, and tell it to friends as well. Leave me any constructive criticism to give me any kind of improvement tips for the channel, the way that you want to see the channel go, any suggestions on new YouTube videos, etc, etc. Thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care.